what's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to settle in the life that has been faithfully set out for you, and the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So, before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So, hey, look, the topic of this video is going to be on the fact that I really, truly think people really misunderstand the fact of understanding that if your physical reality is not making you happy, it's because internally something is not lining up with where you think you should be in life. And the reason why I have to go over this video again is because oftentimes I hear a lot of people who get out of a bad situation and go into another situation that's better than the one they was in, but they find everything negative to say about it instead of looking at the aspects of yourself in your scenario that are better. You feel me? Like for me, I pay attention to every little detail. So when something changes and it's better than where I was, I'm excited. But maybe my physical reality isn't exactly where I want it to be yet because of some things working in the background that I can't see. But mentally, I'm content, you know what I'm saying, with where I'm at in life. If you are finding dissatisfaction in everywhere that you are and everything is a complaining aspect of your life, at that point it will be it's something inside of you. I don't care where you go, what you do, if you're not willing to put in the work that needs to be done inside of yourself. It doesn't matter if you go to another state and start over, you will have the same thinking pattern. You feel me? If you're someone that's growing in who you are and you becoming a better person, it doesn't matter if you move to another state. There's still going to be people who don't like you because you're in a different mental space than they are. That's just the way it is. That's just how it operates. So if you are listening to people tell you that you need to get out of your city, I beg to differ. I think that that's the complete opposite. You feel me? Of what you should be doing because people are going to be around in general. It's up to you and working on what needs to be done inside yourself to be able to be okay with whatever situation is presented in front of you without feeling as if you are, you know what I'm saying, listening to what other people say, or you know what I'm saying, you're getting under other people's wing and they may not be the best people for you. You feel me? Listen, that is just one thing I cannot understand about people is the fact that they'll go from one situation to another situation and still complain about the situation. At that point, it would be like maybe it's time to wake up and realize it's not the situation, but it's you and your mental state and what you wake up thinking and who you are that causes you to have a problem with everything. Like you cannot take the good out of nothing because everything is a problem. That sounds internal, not external. You know what I'm saying? Because personally for me, I feel as if you gravitated towards a better situation than the one you was in. You gotta be happy for what you get until you're able to elevate yourself to a better space. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as if, I don't know why, but a lot of women do it. Like, they're just constant complainers. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, focused on the wrong thing. Now, again, I can't judge nobody's life. You know what I'm saying? That's not my motive. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I be just trying to understand, you feel me? Listen, I got the fishing pole. You feel me? I could teach you how to get the fish, but again, that requires me not talking. You feel me? Because I'm just not for everybody. So I don't get in the messiness. I don't start conversations with people. I'm not into the, you feel me, he say, she say. I'm not into the surface level pitting patter. The things that we know ain't making us better, but we so deep in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into a different space in my life, which means you got to get to a point where you cut those things off. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to grow and move forward. But it's crazy how I notice how people have surface level conversation with people, right? And then spin off. You feel me? And it's almost as if like that person just sucked you dry and kept it pushing. You feel me? You're getting too deep. They had no use for you and kept it pushing. You feel me? And so it's strange and awkward that a lot of people oftentimes are not telling people the real. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, if you are elevating in who you are spiritually, you're going to have people that don't like you, period. You feel me? Because there are the people who don't know how to grow and trying to grow, and then there are people who are growing. So it's always going to be that love-hate relationship. You feel me? You just got to constantly do what it takes inside yourself to grow, to get to a space where you understand people. You feel me? To where you don't let people affect your energy and who you are and the growing process that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're able to just flow through life. You feel me? Accepting what it is that you're in. You feel me? Because again, when you take an oath to grow, sometimes it causes you to break some rules and ditch some things that's normal standard living to people. You feel me? So your life scenario may be a little bit different. You feel me, than what it would be to the average person, because you're moving in a completely different lane. A lot of people are systematically programmed to move a certain way. They're afraid that if they do this way, they're going to lose this, so they don't even try. But when you're someone that's picked up the phone, you answered the call, you're on a certain path, and you have to do mentally what you're aligned and called to do, regardless of what your physical reality looks like. You feel me? And it just be so insane how I hear people all the time say, you feel me? Sacramento is this, Sacramento is that, Sacramento is this. Sacramento is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you go, it's what you make it. If you're just someone who sits around being negative all the time, you're only going to constantly bring negative into your life. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in this city. You know what I'm saying? I've been here all my life. It's not as bad as people make it be. You feel me? Especially if you're not doing the work internally inside yourself. If you're not doing the work internally inside yourself, and you're the type of person that, you feel me, sucks and feed off of people, when them people get tired and no longer want you to suck and feed off of them, that's when you got to get pushed to grow. And now you got an attitude because you can't feed and suck off the people you've been feeding and sucking off for all your life. Listen, that's why you still stuck in the same scenario. That sounds like a you problem. You can't be blaming that on everything but yourself. You feel me? And that is the issue of a lot of people in this day and age. And that's why they still keep getting the same reoccurring circumstances. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with the universe and you growing inside yourself, sometimes things may not align up the way you want them to, especially if you don't have no knowledge on how to grow inside yourself to energetically align up with the things you want. Because you're on a low level. Your thinking is constantly negative. You're never happy. You feel me? You're constantly shacking up with people. No disrespect, and putting yourself in situations, and then when it get too hard, you leave and end up in another bad situation, and then you just constantly think about negative situations. And that's why your negative situation is going to continue to be a negative situation no matter where you go. You can go to Disneyland. You feel me? And have fun for 20 minutes and leave and still be negative. That's because it's a mindset. It's not a physical reality thing. It's your mindset and how you think overall. You feel me? That stops a lot of people from growing. It's sad, but it's the real. Because you want to know why? I've been there. I know what it feels like to just be moving through life, but you're stuck in a certain mindset to where everything is negative. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything, you just take everything negative out of this scenario. You feel me? All the time, in every situation. And it brings you down to where you stay stuck in that certain mindset. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to see the good in things. You have to be able to stop thinking negativity all the time. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not negative. Some things actually have a very positive impact to your life. You just can't see it like that because you're not used to positive. You're used to negative. Everything you've encountered in your life has been pure negativity, to where you've gotten so used to it, you can't even look at the good part. It's just always negative, messy, psycho bending type of rules. Listen, I'm just someone that's speaking from experience, that I don't want to live over there no more. You know what I'm saying? People have to really get to the meat and potatoes with understanding that a lot of your physical reality is created by the way that you think. You know what I'm saying? The emotions that you process from living a certain life and then trying to grow out of it. It will be days where you wake up and you're still stuck in the mental reality of thinking that you are everything that people wanted you to be. And then there will be days where you'll be feeling a better energy where you can go out and conquer the world. You have to be able to figure out how to manage and process both. You feel me? Because if you think about it, you are both. You know what I'm saying? You are the reality that maybe your grandma may have seen, maybe your mama may have seen. You know what I'm saying? And then you are a new version of yourself that is understanding and learning what it takes to be able to grow out of that way of life, but it's still you. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand how to process both parts of yourself, you continue to live in a way where you have boundaries and you cut out anything that has to do with that old life energetically, to make yourself strong enough to where it doesn't affect you and you're able to grow and process that. But as you're going through that phase mentally, you got to understand this is 35, 40 years of hard programming. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take time, and your physical reality may not align up exactly with where you think you should be because you woke up feeling good today. You feel me? That's just energy. But it's work that gotta be done on top of that. Listen, your life ain't gonna change in an instant because you woke up feeling like Mariah Carey. You feel me? That's it does not work like that. You feel me? That means that you're able to wake up and be alive and take a assessment on how you see your life and continue to work towards it. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean that it's going to change overnight. You still have a ton of work that you have to do, you know? But I'm telling you right now, waking up and being negative about every little thing in your life is going to keep you stuck in a negative mindset. And nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to evolve and grow. The only thing that's going to happen is certain things may change in your life, but you're still going to be coming at it from a negative mindset. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to combat it with a positive mindset. It's taking the good things out of life and zoning in on that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my circumstances have changed from where I was to where I'm at now. You feel me? There are certain things that are better, you feel me, than where I was, and I'm content with that. Most of all, the peace and the quietness. I love it. You feel me? But again, a lot of people don't know how to take good things out of a situation because they don't think they deserve good things. They think everything is supposed to be set up to cripple them. Everything is supposed to be set up to target them. Everything is supposed to be set up to go towards them. Listen, there are people like hell bent like that in the world. Everything that doesn't go their way is meant to personally attack them. Without understanding that, that's because that's how you choose to look at it. How about understanding that you can't bend the rules? You can't do what you want to do and expect the world, you feel me, to operate on your timing. It doesn't operate like that. You feel me? The world doesn't revolve around anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's a type of unspoken energy where you get it to where it looks like that to people, but people don't be understanding the respect, the genuineness, the kindness that those people who have earned that give to others. So it opens that door, you know what I'm saying, to being able to accept more things to come in that line up with where you see your life, so it feels as if life is flowing the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand the balance inside of that. You got to show people respect. You got to listen to what they say. You got to follow the rules. You feel me? You can't just be out here thinking it's your world. You get to bend shit and make shit happen the way you see it. You feel me? Because people ain't going to respect that. They going to see that as you being the type of person that feel as if because of all the pain and trauma you went through, life got to flow the way you want it to. meaning everything stands still when you walk through, even if it means disrespecting and bending the rules. I promise you, you won't get it that way. If anything, you'll get more distraction. You feel me? More negativity, because it may seem good at the moment, but over time, people gonna start to wake up and be like, hey, this person really ain't a good person for real. Don't give that person this, or don't give that person that, or don't fuck with that person, you feel me? Because they ain't gonna give you the same thing, you feel me, that you give them. They only gonna take it and go give it to somebody else that's pouring into them. They never know how to pour into nobody else. You feel me? Because everything in their life is negative. And people start whispering about that and catching on, and it starts to set off a chain reaction. You feel me? And you wondering why your life ain't going the way you want it. It's because people are realizing and understanding who you truly are for real. And a lot of people are Debbie fucking downers. They are just upset about everything. Everything in their life just makes them upset. You feel me? Even if they had a cool day, they'll find something to turn it into something negative. That is just miserable. Life is too short to be living like that. But it's the reality of the world, and I see it so much to the point I be just getting to a space where I be wanting to say, listen, that's why your life is the way it is, because nothing is ever positive inside of it. Even when you do have a good time, you still not happy. It's just mentally you're doing something fun to seem as if you're happy, but really mentally you're not. You feel me? Nothing you do is giving you peace, because peace has left your brain a long time ago, because you let the negative aspects of things invade your mind. You feel me? And it's got you trapped. And you focus on negativity so much, you think that's honestly the way life is supposed to be. You don't think that you deserve better. You don't think that, you feel me, you should want more. You feel me? For instance, look, there's always somebody who's upset about their relationship and the way it's going, and you feel me, they done got pregnant by a nigga, whatever, or he done got with a girl, whatever, and they ain't happy. You feel me? But you gotta understand, you seek out the type of people that are not happy because you're not happy. And then it seems good when it starts out, and then over time you start to be unhappy. That is because you're unhappy. You couldn't seek out a person that's really, truly, genuinely happy in themselves, because you're not. People who are genuinely happy inside themselves do not want to rock with somebody that really don't like who they are, because they're going to suck the life force out of that person. So you're not going to seek out nobody that's really happy. You're only going to seek out people that on the outside pretend like they happy, but in the inside the demons be having a field day with them. And then that's why people start to clash in a relationship. The relationship starts to not work, because you only seek out people that are feeling truly messed up in who they are. But on the outside, it doesn't look like that. You feel me? That is where it goes all wrong. And then the arguments start happening. The disagreements start happening. And don't bring a kid into it. You feel me? Because then that is getting pulled back and forth like a hockey stick. Listen, it's crazy, but it's the reality of what's really going on. You got to really understand who you are and what you want in life to be able to align with someone that's truly going to treat you how you feel you should be treated, which means it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? If you have this logical idea, like for me, relationships, they seem good, but they really weren't good for me, because if they were, they would still be here, right? And that is because oftentimes people were with me until I upset or triggered them, and now it gave them all ample, you feel me, energy to just pull me in the way they wanted me to go, where it benefits them. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired of that, because genuinely I truly feel as if you want to be with someone that makes you happy, you have to learn how to make yourself happy first, which means you have to be so completely in love with who you are that you attract somebody that will genuinely love you for who you are. It won't be a trying to use you situation. It won't be an argument every other day, because again, those actions are coming from people who are really truly not happy in who they are. So they make a discrepancy out of everything. And even if they don't mention it, their actions and how they move in life will show you who they really are for real, and where their head is really at, and what they really think about themselves. And oftentimes people completely dismiss that out of their brain, and so it puts a stagnancy in relationships overall, whether it's romantic or platonic. You feel me? Unhappy people cannot be around unhappy people for too long because everybody is faking it. You feel me? And then when something slips and they can see the fakeness in someone else, but they can't see it in themselves, that causes an argument. And now they get mad. It's weird how it works, but it's the truth. You feel me? So again, understand and realize it's not about where you at. It's not about, you feel me, what you have. It's not about none of those things. It's about who you are internally. Because if you're growing, it's going to be haters everywhere. If you are really not growing, you're going to have people that don't like you, period. You feel me? Because, again, unhappy people attract unhappy people. And when unhappy people are unhappy inside themselves, but don't know why they're unhappy, they get unhappy with each other. That's just the way it goes. You feel me? So, listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.